All right, this is a Dodge. I think it's a 2014, 15, 16. I don't remember. But in order to get this reservoir out, you have to take this battery tray out. In order to get that out, you have to remove these bottom hoses. That and the hose. So in order to get to them, you have to take out the center fender. No big deal. The screws. So you have to take the tire off. Tire underneath it. Second catch beside your jack. All the screws. All these screws. There is a screw in the center, a screw in the center, and the rest of them all just pop off. Oh, just like that. Gonna lose my poppers, so may have to find where that went. Didn't really want to take that off, but sometimes stuff happens. So we got this all off. The next thing to get this battery, because I have to do the battery as well, and the battery has to come out, the battery tray has to come out to also get this out. I also think this has to come out. Now I don't know why that's wobbly. I don't think that should be wobbly, but this may have to come off that boot screw down there to get that out, but probably not. So in order to get this off, cover comes off, flip it over there out of the side. No reason to really take that off any farther, and you know there's a lot going on here. So screw here. There's a tab. Mine just broke off. It fell on the floor down there, right there. Got a second tab. They had done some work on this truck, so I guess they took this off and didn't put it back in the little tabbies. So that was broken. And so now I'm at the battery tray. Battery tray, battery tray, and battery tray, battery tray, and the battery will come out. Looks like there's a screw there. Not sure what that's about. And for me to remove the electrical on this one, I have extra stuff to remove to push that out of the way to get that out. So battery, rest of the battery, and then the tray. Well, I hope I can remember all these steps. For me, this crazy thing is over here. So I hope I can remember to put that back. But there's two hidden bolts behind here that you can't see. So 2 more to go. And I was trying to disconnect these wires, but I don't think this comes out through the top. I think it's just gonna go and drop and hang here so you have enough room, because you have all this other stuff connected. So hopefully I don't have to disconnect any of that. I don't remember taking any of that off the last time. All right, because I have custom battery nonsense, it's a little harder, but this is gonna come through. But I think the only thing holding it is the 3 hoses. Got a screw there, screw there. Those are loose. I think this whole thing is loose. The other screw was right there. Got a electrical clip, and that's the problem. The float in there isn't any good. So once I disconnect this hose, all this is going to come out. Now my secondary job was to replace the shock, so I'm going to do that before it gets all wet, because once that drop that hose, it's going to make a mess down here, and I'm not going to want to do the shock. So my 3 functions, I was waiting to do this because I needed to put the shock on, and the batteries went bad. So I put 1 battery in it, and that was enough to make the truck work. Waited some time to get that out. So did not have to remove the tray, I don't believe. Even though I took off all the screws, I'll put them back. So no tray removal, just pull the battery out, and that should squeeze out. Now for some reason I thought this came out the last time, so we'll see if that comes out or not. All right, got all the good stuff done. 2 hoses come off, found some bolts to put in there, keep them from slopping everywhere. So this is loose, this is loose, so as far as I can tell, that should come up out of the top. I got the new shock on because I didn't want to get water when I disconnect this. So I'm pretty sure that that's the only thing left. I haven't cleared this bolt, so I'd like to clear that bolt and make sure that I'm not going to be fighting anything. But man, I swear I had to take that out the last time, and that's looking like it's hitting that, because you can't get this bolt out. It's just too much stuff. Let me use two hands, see if I can squeeze it out of there. Yeah, that's what I kind of remembered. One screw, this boot stays there, and turbo boot, and then that gives us some room to come out. Let me put a rag in there. I don't want to drop stuff in there. All right, I found something by accident, that this is a slip joint and can go over that without coming out, so it was able to slip off. So when I go to put it on, I can do the same thing. I can get it up in there and then just slip the new one onto this little rubber boot. That's kind of handy. We'll put the new one on there. So metal in or metal out? Rubber boot out. Okay, so that's on there, right? So we will going to have to work Expedia on this. Looks flared out like that was having some problems. So that's going to go on there and just, well, same shenanigans. So that's going to go the metal against there and the rubber boot and the plastic. So that's just loose on there. So the thing that I don't like is it's going to make a mess. I'm ready for it. Let's go. All right, this piece keeps draining, and because I'm by myself, it's a pain. If I had two people, I could have already got, I'm having to drain this, and then it slops all over the floor. If you had two people, now the battery tray did have to come out. See, I have it all. The only way it would clear that wall, only way to clear the wall, just is a mess. So let me just film this real quick. See, the battery tray had to be pushed down off this thing, down out of there, to be able to get under that dumb wall. Just a bad design on that dumb tray. So let me get the other one in there so I'm not having this fluid go all over the floor. All right, I got it back in there to its spot, and I have note to self, this is still live. This is hot because it arced on the body, because I forgot to disconnect this one. I should have disconnected the ground. So I should have disconnected the ground on that side, but I forgot. So disconnect both batteries. In my mind, didn't even realize. So I'm ready to start putting these 3 screws back, tighten that up, put the connector back. This was an obstacle. It was underneath this, so I already have it in that tab. So wow, I'm thinking that I'm going to put another washer on there besides just this, but that's the picture for now. I'm going to start putting this stuff together, and then I'll show it together. These 3 bolts, and the hoses on top, and then we'll get the battery tray back together, and that back together, and that we'll do in reverse. Put the air thing in the battery, then that. It's going pretty good now that I've done this a second time. I think even with running around, I think it's only taken hour plus to get it apart and take an hour plus to put it back together. Okay, screw there, and this dead end that does nothing. Hose clip, hose clamp, hose clamp, hose clip. Mine's broken, so I just got it so it'll ride on the plastic to plastic. Got the cap. Fluid is going backwards through there. The float is in there. I put a washer on this side to keep washer and washer for the bushing, so I think I put that on there backwards. I think the bushing should have gone against the wall, and the metal piece for the screw. Got this tight. So this is where your potential leak would be, down here on the bottom. You wouldn't know it. Got the shock. Now time for the boot, and this goes on that side of the wall. That's custom wrapped so that electrical wire can ride there without shorting out. And now time for the boot. Now this is still hot. Don't want to touch anything metal. The battery's got to go in there. Kind of scared. I've been scared straight with that now. Yee! Alright, don't know what to do with this. Scared straight. There we go. Out of the way, not touching any metal. And this. Okay, so basically all of this looks legit. Again, this is hot. Could be hot backwards. So let me put the boot back in there. Don't want to lose that. All right, now time to put this back in there. All right, me or somebody, I busted the other ear. Now that just levitates and all kinds of hooks together with this lid, but it's supposed to have a second thing. It's one here, and then that one broke off. So no way to fix that. There's that piece. So basically you would have to buy a new battery tray. And you saw how hard it was to get that out. So that's gonna live like that. It's just gonna have to all ride together with this boot, keeping everything levitated. So it is what it is sometimes. So let's put this together. I think I'm going to complete this battery. Complicated stuff, at least lightly finger tight everything before I commit to this, in case something's got to come out or something. I knew that was going to be complicated. Even getting that down on there was hard. Different size, 12, 12, 10, 8, 7/16, so goofy, but all that's tight. This doesn't connect to anything. Need to put the water back in. The next thing I am going to do is go get the new air cleaner. Might as well put a new air cleaner in here and put the lid on. Well, didn't unhook any of that stuff. That just forks in those holes. Have one bracket that's broken, 3 screws, and this is pretty good. I mean, it has a flex hose. It's missing that one piece, but it's riding in there, and it's riding in there, and it has this all connecting it. So what are you gonna do, old piece of junk? So we need to put the fluid back in it. Need to test our power back here. All right, that all works. Tommy lift works. We have power inside, dash. So Need to get the fluid back in here as clean as we can. So I'm going to strainer that. And was going to do a flush. I really kind of wanted to do that first. So I probably won't even do a flush. I think it's flushed itself out. This was totally flushed 2 years ago. And totally flushed 2 years ago. So I'm going to fill up this reservoir, start it a few times.